or around the pillar, you know, the pet wouldn't have done anything at all. But he was able to get a freeze off and plus a water bolt or two. So helped out in damage a ton, and actually is the reason why that druid died is because the mage, you know, they were all just, you know, putting a little bit of damage in each, and it just added up to a kill.
So Runes of Lordaeron is going to be the next match, map. Is this, or arena, if you will. Is this going to play an effect to any of the teams? And I ask this in the sense that isn't it easier to work together as a Warrior, Warlock, Druid team on this?
Yeah, and you can...
because you can position your Warlock pretty center.
Exactly.
He's like really dangerous. He doesn't lose line of sight much at all on this map. So, I mean, the Druid obviously is still giveable.
Yeah, it definitely is if you can do a clean swap to him. But one of the things is teams can move their entire, with a Warrior being able to slow everyone, they can move entire teams onto the other side of the map if needed for defensive play. So looks like the Rogue is playing very defensive right now.
So Dezis not getting caught in Rain of Fire and having to shadow step out and not getting pulled out of combat at the moment. So we see how that works out for him. So round 4 then, 2-1 the score for Triple Threat as we follow Weasel around, switching over then to Henkel. Trying to catch the Rogue Dezis in this Rain of Fire, which is
randomly Rain of Firing back.
There we go. Shadow Step Sap once again.
Sap.
And actually the pet's not on
They're gonna go. They're gonna go on the pet right now. They almost pulled the pet out of line of sight.
They're doing the same tactic last time, but actually the Warrior intercepted Phenom. So Phenom was actually running over to the Druid to try and get that fear while he was trying to heal the pet.
And there goes the pet.
Weasel,
oh wait, no, he got a heal. Never mind. Looking on the UI, and actually they're going on Zibit again. Big heal right there, and it looks like it might have been a Swift Mend.
But actually it's Dezis now who's down to about half health, as he's trying to chase over to the Druid. There's a Shadow Step, and he's going to open up, and he's got him in caster form at the moment, but no stuns landing. He hots himself up, the Druid Zibit, and then Trouble forms, and he's going to get away. But once again, back on him and gets him in caster form. It's a kidney shot, and I actually see a fear land from Henkel onto the priest. Oh no, sorry, onto the mage. So no real damage going on to the Druid, and he's doing a better job this time of kiting, even though he seems to be under a lot of pressure from Dezis. So let's see if the Warrior now, Weasel, can lock down Dezis for a little bit. Give the Warrior some time, give the Druid some time to breathe. And
that's going to be the big deal right here, is stopping as much damage as he can with hamstrings and mace stuns.
Yeah, so you can see Curse then onto the Priest, as actually pummeling the Greater Hill then, it almost looked like. And that was a Devour Magic, and nicely done as he goes back onto the Warriors. This is going to drain some of the mana from Phenom, but actually Phenom is fantastically doing well on mana. He's at 7k, and Zibit is down to 3k, having to heal himself as he is targeted right now. As Travel forms away, and that's going to be successful. But I mean, with all this damage that they've constantly put out, they're not looking for so much for a kill. They're
this is
putting out
probably
constant
when he's going to
damage.
use this Innervate. He has that Spirit Staff out already. Blind on Wessel, as you can see on your screen, to mitigate a lot of damage. But I think they're going to switch onto the Warrior right now.
Actually, they're killing Pet as well, so the Pet actually dies there. Warrior on the back of the Rogue again. We can see Zibit's come out with 5.8k mana, so he has the mana advantage. We see some mana burns, though, coming out from Phenom. Doesn't manage to hit the second. Nature's Grasp is up on the Druid, but he doesn't seem to be the target. Well, he is the target, but he doesn't seem to need it. Well, he did proc then. And then the Warrior pulls off Dezis, so it looks good for Triple Threat at the moment.
Yeah, Dezis is taking a beating. There we go. Pain Suppression out. And you do see the Power Infusion on those heals. Going to land him really quickly. And as we can see, Phenom is, he's playing right in the center, which is really good because he'll be able to time fears on the Warlock and the Druid if the Druid decides to step up. Another big greater heal on Dezis.
But actually looks like Zibit managed to drink during that fight as he comes back with the same mana as he had before, 5.8k. Dezis finally gets healed up to full though, and just following a Phenom here, he's going to need to drink, and he does exactly that, but put into combat very quickly by Henkel, and we're not really going to get much of a sip off there. Here comes a greater heal onto Dezis. That's going to be put through Mortal Strike though, so Dezis is going to be under pressure, and as soon as this Priest goes out of mana, it looks like Triple Threat leaning constantly towards the win to make this 3-1.
Dezis taking a lot of damage, and as I just heard, I heard Dezis yell out Blinding Warrior, so but the Warrior did get out of that with, I do believe, a trinket.
So Dezis then taking a whole load of damage, and the Mage is trying to help him out, but the Mages actually get Cyclone, so they're not going to be able to put that Warrior into a sheep just yet, and there's a possibility of a, a Fear coming, actually, an AoE Fear
And actually, I just saw a counterspell onto that warrior. That wasn't a very good play by Shivan. Probably was trying to sheep and then swap off. But Des is getting pretty low. Phenomenon out of mana. This isn't looking good for Pure Cartoons.
Yeah, Piercing Howl then to control Desis and an intercept onto the back of him, and now it's going to start hurting. Even though there is no Mortal Strike up at the moment, he's completely dotted, trying to get away as the best he can. Phenomenon is chasing him. They're both dotted, trying to use that Prayer of Mending to give him some nice heals, and actually that would have kept him alive just for a little bit longer. Whether or not the team of Wezzel and Triple Threat choose to change onto the Priest is yet to be seen, and exactly that's what they do, is they can't get to the Rogue right now. But the Priest actually has 1,000 mana, but look at Zibit. He was down to about 2k, back up to 4k, and he's playing this perfectly, Zibit, Henkel. And Zibit. It's just a sense of, like, he's keeping life blooms, not trying to be too fancy, and taking every opportunity he can to drink as soon as the Rogue's not doing damage. So when the Rogue's not doing damage, they are managing to get drink. Here comes Death Coil.
Onto Desis. He's not going to have a... There we go. Second Pain Suppression on him, and we do...
That was a great heal. 5.7k was the inner focus. Greater heal then from Phenom. So he's going to prolong the fight just a little bit longer. Counterspell onto Zibit. But Desis kind of fighting back against almost a brick wall when he's hitting that warrior, but he doesn't have too much of a choice. There we go. A Shadow Step then onto the Druid. He's going to get instantly taken off, and this is going to be painful.
Yeah, another blind on Wessel. You know, this is Phenomenon's completely out of mana right now. It's basically Prayer Mending. It's just keeping his team up.
Yeah, and Shivan actually going to work on the Druid there, polying off or trying to the Warrior once more. There comes a Devour. He's going to be out of that. And Des is going so low, and this could be the win, as he's going to go down to dodge, surely, and he does go down. And Triple Threat pick up the Desis kill, we can call it, is they're going to secure themselves a 3-1, and I had them pegged wrong. I thought their experience as a team maybe left Pure Cartoons as, I watched them very talented players to be able to pull through. But there we go.